Good morning. This is Simon with Trade and Perform Coaching. It is Wednesday, 7/22/2020. Quick disclaimer and reminder for all traders and investors, the webinar is for educational purposes only, not a recommendation to buy or sell any particular financial instrument. Equities, futures, options, and currency trading have large potential rewards, but also large potential risks. Please be aware of the risks and be willing to accept them in order to invest in the futures and options markets. Do not trade with money you can't afford to lose. The website is neither a solicitation nor an offer to buy or sell equities, futures, or options. No representation is being made. Any account will or is likely to achieve profits or losses similar to those discussed in this channel. Past performance of any trading system or methodology is not necessarily indicative of future results. Absolutely consult your registered financial advisor and your risk trading plan before ever investing or trading in any financial instrument. Okay, so again, I want to go through this. Value area. See how we traded all the way through that in the Asian session, right? We traded to the top. We came back to the point of control, which makes a logical target, right? Fell out. Backside tested value area. This is basic profile stuff, right? This is 101, just how the market trades, right? So remember what we're doing is we're going from this to let's pinpoint our entry and get accurate risk-reward entries and exits, right? We then come down there. See this, how I have this highlighted as a blue anomaly? So I want to explain why I highlight that as a blue anomaly, because it's weak, okay? The market did attempt to pause there. See how it paused and tried to bounce on that bar? Got underneath it. It backside tested it. Then it rolled down to where I thought it should come to, which is this. Didn't think it should come to, but I expect this anomaly to hold. I don't expect this anomaly to hold, right? And it's why I distinguish them between yellow and blue, right? So if you look, we came back over. They paused here again at the anomaly. This is the prior top of balance. This is the anomaly. We get above. We backside test the anomaly, which is why, again, I label it, because I want to understand if we start rotating around an area, why are we rotating around it? Well, in the end, it got traded through in both ways, but it helps me remember, oh, yeah, there's an anomaly there. That's why we're rotating. And then you'd think we're going to try and make it back to that 3261, 3264, or come back and retest the 3229, 3224 specifically. Now, I would like to get underneath. So I'm just going to put a little dotted line there. 32.27 for potential trap and long back in, and my ultimate upside target would be 32.61 to 32.64. If it gives us more than that, we'll discuss that later as potentialities, right? 32.05, 96, 90, and 85 to 82, all very important. 50-point rotation lower from where we are right now. If we drop 50 points, currently we're down 6 points, so let's say we got down another 42, would bring us right to 3,200, which would set up all three of these as potential trap locations. If we got down 75 points, right, that would put us at 3175, right into that 3175 to 3170 anomaly. All of this is prime location for big reversals, okay? Texas Instruments blew out numbers, by the way, if you didn't see them. And I mean, they weren't even remotely small. They were ginormous blowouts, okay? And so I would have my heads up on the semiconductor index, giving support to the NASDAQ 100. In general, it is hard to get a market to crash when you blast earnings and you guidance higher from a big, like Texas Instruments isn't a small growth company. They're huge, and they blew out numbers, okay? So all this whole talk about the economy sucks, this, that, and the other, Texas Instruments says different, right? And they blew out numbers, and expect that. It's good for companies like Applied Materials, CLAC, KLAC, and expect that to give support on companies like NQ and to the broader market like NQ, right? So what are we doing? We're in a bull market. We're not in a bear market. Our job is not to find the top of the market or the bottom of the market, but it's to trade the easier side. If you look from yesterday where we were looking to get long, even though it did not work, right, per our process, I had to leave, but this was the area where our first long triggered. I'll show you in a minute, so I'm going to review it, right? I got to stop in this neighborhood right in here, one stop here. But this was our next long. Actually, I got to stop here, and then I got to stop in this neighborhood. And I would have taken the third time, but it was too late in the day for me to take it with as volatile as everything has been. But we were in the right neighborhood. We were underneath support, and you can see the reversal came back up and gave a beautiful push all the way back to 32.64, right? So why am I willing to take losses in this area? Because it's where I get the biggest pushes. We just ran out of time unless you hold overnight, which I don't, right? If you look overnight again, once again, you're going to see we took out those lows, right? This is where the opportunity exists, guys, for 20 and 30 point rotations, right? Look at the size of the bars. Notice all of a sudden the bars get bigger. We reverse. All of a sudden the bars get bigger, and we're close to a reversal. So don't get scared when they're like that. The only challenge we had at the end of the day was we had earnings coming up in the last 10 minutes get or 20 minutes get very volatile, right? Because you never know when someone's going to accidentally pre-release 10 minutes before the close, and everyone's trying to position in front of that, and it gets hard for us as day traders. But we're in the right general locations in these trades, and this is the same thing at 1 a.m. on Monday morning. I don't know, Matt, if you grabbed the long overnight or not, or if it even set up. So let's go look real quick. Let's go look at 3:30 to 4 a.m., right? You're still in it. Great job, Matt. So that means you're up about 20, right? Man, Aussies have all the freaking luck. They get the better time frame and everything. So, great job, Matt. So, if you go back and look, were you on a 1 1/4, Matt? Is that where you took it off of? There's our 1 1/4. Here's 4 a.m. So I want to show you something, right? It's set up on the algo pretty much perfectly. And look at the wave you get off the bottom, right? This is what we're looking for. It's right. We already know we're in location, right? So we don't have to go through and look. We know that 32.41 is what we're looking for. Parallel algo triggers to the downside right there. Okay, so even if we didn't have this, that's your long, or this is your long, one of the two, right? So let's see how much heat you took. First of all, that's what we're all interested in, right? If I took it, let's say I took it here, 32.38, 32.35, 5-point stop, kept me in the trade. Now, if I'm in at 32.38, I've traveled up to 32.48, and what I'd be interested to see, it's too far back. I'd be interested to see if we left a bar behind. It'd be interesting to see if we left a bar behind. If you took this bar right here, which is the bar you should have taken, right? This is the last verified bar. Your entry was roughly 32.35, 32.35.50 for 32.49. It's a great trade, right? That's the picture of what we're looking for. In addition, right, on the way down, stopped out buyer, stopped out buyer. Clear above your stopped out buyers. Goodbye. Okay, that's putting all the pieces together in one picture, and then you sit patiently and you let the trade extend. Some will come back on you, so you scale off your risk and you let it run. Or, as I said, if you're a more aggressive trader, you don't scale off your risk. You just let it go and you accept the stops. You need a bigger bank account or a stronger stomach to do that, right? It's not what I suggest for newer traders at all. But that's where you want to be. And then you come over here to the hourly, right? So if you look, this is where Matt's entering the trade, right? Right down here. So his target is at least right over here, primarily. And then his extended target is actually roughly that 32.55, right? Which will, I think, lines you up with, if you get to 32.55, lines you up with value area low from yesterday. Okay, so see how cool that all works out all together, integrating all those pieces at one time. That's what we're looking for today, right? I hope they tank NQ personally. Out of the gate would be great. Just smack it down, because those are some good numbers. And you have bigger companies coming out later in the week with numbers. I'm looking for opportunity there, but the right opportunity. This also goes to show you don't have to rush or force it or overtrade it or do anything like that. So let's fix the hourlies real quick so we know what we're looking for. Let's do this. Okay, so we have this. And this is all overnight, so these are weaker levels, right? But there's still the areas we're looking in. That one's a big one right there. If you can get over that and get a short setup, you might have a really nice trade out of that. And then all these levels still matter, right? If you look from where we started this rally, and look at the ladder, I got a feeling we came into the 382. There you go. See that? Fibs lined up perfectly. 382, we came into the 50 retrace, right? And right down here, that 32.22, I'd be looking for a long. I'm just telling you right now. Have it lined up on your radar, because that's what you're looking for. And then the 32.08, I'd also be hunting just behind that near 32.05. See how we overshot that 32.05 just a little bit, but you were looking to get behind. Oops. That's what you were hunting. 32.30, and right in that area, that's what you were looking for. Okay, so it came right into that. And then the next areas we're looking to get below 32.23, right? And then this is also valid. But again, remember, these are all weaker because they were set up intra-day. And again, I'd be very, very surprised if NQ and ES don't rally a little bit on that information. Is all I would say. So out of the gate. And again, NQ's not anywhere near an hourly stop location, but still, like I said, I'd be surprised if it actually could manage. Texas Instruments numbers were really good. And you can see there's no selling it at all in ES. So we'll just see where it goes. But yeah, they've got something there because those numbers were just humongous. So let's see if we can get some hourly locations taken out and set up, and we'll go from there. And we may have to default to intraday setups to get paid, and if that's what we have to do, that's what we have to do. All right. So anyways, that's my 2 cents, guys. Let's have a great day. I don't have anything else. We have the process. We have the algos. We just sit back. Remember, we don't have to get paid every day either. Right? That's important to remember. We don't have to get paid every day. You do have to control your P&L every day so that when you do get it right, like Matt did last night, it just stacks up big. And we keep doing that. The guys who are making money are doing that over and over and over again. They're controlling their down days, and they're letting their good days run. And I can't speak to any more confidence for that. So I'm going to cut the video here. If anyone watching this video wants to come join us in the room, send me an email. TRADEN as in Nancy, perform, trade and perform @gmail.com. My name is Simon. I hope you kill it and make a lot of money today. Let's roll.